The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning. I know you're here to change your life. I hope you have a tablet and pen ready to begin. If not, run, go get it. Now let's understand a couple things. My name is Ray, last name is Reynolds. They gave me the nickname of the Godfather of Credit. Can you imagine that? I was on KNX radio years ago. Been on there about 45 years advertising too. So this is live. We get to play. We're going to talk about the real way to get to the $1 million dream. So there's no pictures, there's no recording, because you're not going to pay attention to that anyway. You got to put it here. Everything I'm trying to do is going to be habit forming. So I need you to pay attention today. Now, basically, I'm on line 6 days a week. That means Monday through Saturday. So we can have fun. I got no excuses, but neither do you. Those are just a couple goodies I obtained. So let's learn to play. Now, business is just a game. And what I'd like you to think about is what I had to go through to get to the first million at 14 and a half and double billion at 26, corporate structure, learning to play the game. This, by the way, it's called Winning the Game of Business. And I wrote that book 45 years ago, too. Rags to riches, that's just me. I got born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. You know what she did? She stuck me in the trash can outside the hospital with 2 letters, one for me and one for the hospital. Then she yelled inside of the emergency ward, said, "Baby in the trash can." Then she went home and took a nap. I got to be with Mrs. Hope. She was a she-devil from hell. So I want to show you what I had to do to get through what I have to do. But you know what? Sorry, some of you have excuses. Sorry, the other part is half of you lazy. Let's get a little crazy. Let's have some fun. Let's learn what you've been missing all along. So I want you to look behind that curtain. You see, what happens is you follow people that kind of do something stupid. Now, you end up basically doing stupid because you followed stupid. That doesn't mean you're stupid, but you did was stupid. Does that make sense? So the bottom line, you got to learn to play. I'd like you to get out your personal credit cards right now. See, if you want to get to millionaire, you have to understand how to balance your credit card and your debt and your score. If not, you can't get any more. So we're going to learn to play. Now, what I want you to do is take your credit cards, put a sticky in the back. I want to basically treat you like you're 2 years old and make sure we dummy size this. Write down the limit of the card, maintain 25%, never pass 29% at all, because I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarborough. He was security chief at TRW in Spearden years ago. And TRW stood for "Thou report's wrong. Thomas, Raymond, Woolridge, they missed bicycle parts." And they became Asperian. See, this crap that you're doing to your credit score, that's called ridiculous. So let's understand. These cards are $50,000 a piece. So here's $100,000. If I put the sticky like I just told you to do, you're going to create your line of defense. And out of $100,000, that gives you safety credit of $71,000. In case blank hits a fan, lost your job, or pandemic. You see, everything else to me is an excuse. So I want you introduced to a corporation. I know you watch TikTok, Google, and YouTube too, and all that good stuff. And what do you see? Get an LLC, do this, this. I stop the crap. The bottom line is corporations, if you have one, are going to get one. They're going to sue it. They're going to sue you anyway. You got no choice unless you learn to play the game like banks, grocery stores, and cities, and what I invented called division process in 85, 86. So let's look where a corporation says it's a legal person. Do you see that right in front of you? Isn't that amazing? A corporation's a legal person. Next thing is, I learned that at 7.5 years old listening to a poker game. They were talking about it. I wrote it down. They told me I was weird. Probably true. You know what happened? I went down to the Torrance Police Department next door. Next day, there's a library. I go, "Ma'am, what does this mean?" She walked away. She was rude. Then she came back and said, "It's a mock of his what?" She was a be I wouldn't kick her in the shins, but I was only 7.5. So what did I do? I had a problem. Here's the thing. All corporations, all right, may sue or be sued. Do you see that right there? So that means if you have a corporation and if it screws up or you have a problem, they're going to sue you anyway. You got to learn how to protect your ass. It's to never bring the pain home. I basically broke down 17983 and I created division process in 85, 86. You know what I did? I couldn't find a blueprint like you're looking for too, and I'm your blueprint if you don't know it yet. I went back to the library for 2 years. I set up my own little blueprint. And that's what I did. So my first corporation was simple. It was called Helping Hand Industries. It went worldwide. I got $100,000 of credit in the mail. Isn't that fun? In the mail, I got named in the movie Dave. And then all of a sudden, guess what happened? I got named in a lawsuit at 12.5 years old. I started the first Orange County Blind Center. I didn't realize the word Braille belonged to the Braille Institution, and they kicked my ass. No, I went to court. And they basically said, "What?" They asked for my father. I go, "I don't have one of those." That's for mother. I got one of those too. I said, "I'm sorry, Your Honor. I didn't know the word Braille would belong to the Braille Institution. I had no idea about trade name, trademark, and copyrights. But I mastered that now." He goes, "What do you mean master it, young boy?" He looked at, he's had a book on his bench, and he asked me a question. I said, "Sir, just tell me what page you want me to tell you. I'll read it from here." And he got freaked out. You see, what you do today, you use Velcro, right? No, you don't. That's called hook and loop. Velcro is a company in El Segundo, California. Do you blow your nose? You blow it on Kleenex, right? No, that's called tissue. See, we got to understand how to play the game. And I learned by getting the crap scared out of me. So I had to create something in a better way. Now, for you, in 45 years, I've had thousands of clients tell me that their friend, their family member stole their idea and ripped them off. Did it happen to you too? If you take anything you create and you write little notes in your corporation ideas and things and inventions too, what I want you to do is make a copy. Put it in a Federal Express envelope. Send it back to yourself. Don't open the envelope. The judge will do that for you. See, I want you to protect your assets and never bring the pain home. And your circle around you, you don't know who's going to screw you over. I'm sorry to say. Bottom line is you got to basically protect you and your family too. Now, division process. So let's understand something. When I say never bring the pain home, I'm going to teach you how to do that, how to not bring the pain home. Now, next, when I was a kid, they said, the grown-ups, they said, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I asked them what that meant. You know what they did? Me. That's about it. These dummies, grown-ups, are stupid. They couldn't explain what they're talking about. You know how many people talk out their butts? Unfortunately, they did that too. So understand something today. On the Secretary of State's website, you got a corp, you're going to get one. It's easy. When they sue the corp, they sue you. You're a duck and a sheep. I'm sorry to say, unless you learn the division process my way. Well, you get to play. That means a corporation with 3 divisions, because we're going to put our ducks in a row. Is that okay with you? Up to $1 million. So never bringing the pain home. I like that too. Now I got a warning for you. All right, here's a warning about me. I'm honest and I'm blunt to the point. I don't pull punches. Because if you're lazy, get off your assets and go get it. And if you got to feel sorry for yourself, do that for 2 seconds or less. From there, I'm going to explain to you. I tell it like it is. So if you follow stupid and you do stupid, you're not stupid. You just follow stupid. Does that make sense? See, there's so many people full of crap. All right, and it's like blah, blah, blah. Now, I love Tony. Tony's great for motivation. It lasts about an hour or two. He don't give you any rules and tools. A rich dad, poor dad, the guy sold that product years ago, he's still peddling the same crap that doesn't work. Blah, blah, blah. I don't give a damn about blah, blah, blah. I build millionaires. You want to be next? Let me know. So I'm Ray Reynolds, the godfather of credit. It's simple. I will tell you what to do, and I'll treat you like you're 2 years old. Is that okay? If you really want to get to millionaire status and never bring the damn pain home, but it's up to you. So I got a foolproof program as long as you follow through. If you don't follow through, that's on you. Be responsible for doing something silly and stupid. Now, years ago, Dr. Lucky and I set up a hospital in Fiji Islands. We wanted to help the kids dying of gum disease. I got one of my clients on the board, and we got more attention. His name was Arnold. You recognize who he is? And then I got Gold's Gym, Superman, cop at the same time. Gold's Gym, he says I motivate and kick ass. I put it, sir. He didn't do that. I got him $1 million of credit in about 9 months. Is that okay? And then I got college professor at Butler University. And then I got Glenn. He lived in his car for 3.5 years. I said, get off your ass. Let's get to the workshops. So I gave him a Ray 360. Simple. Here's $450,000 cash credit. Here's a brand new house. Here's a truck. So in other words, he was feeling sorry for himself for 3 years. He got to get off track. Giovanni worked for Pixar. I got him $1 million. Little Karen delivered pizza to one of my boot camps. I said, stick around. I turned her into a millionaire corporation buying properties in Long Beach, California. And then basically she's got her basically $1 million too in 9 months. She's got little videos on YouTube too. Isn't this fun? And then we got to help rich and famous people. But then we got to help people going out of prison. It's like Free Ray or Ricky Dickie Ross. I mean, sorry, I got him golds and platinum cards after 20 years in prison. Then he told everybody he's an expert in credit. What a joke. And they got mad at me because I had to fix some of the people he screwed up. Then we got Thomas, who was in prison for 26 years. Within 8 months, brand new dump trucks and thousands of credit too, doing $1 million a year. Is that okay? Now, your problem is you didn't understand how it worked. So let's go back to the truth. Franklin D. Roosevelt, he basically did what's called the Gold Reserve Act in 1934. He confiscated everybody's gold but their wedding ring. And he says, if you take it, you can't take it. So he called it Fort Knox. So you and me, we probably got our SSN, which is an SS5 form, with 14 to 16 years old. So let's understand how it works. From there, Nixon took the gold standard out in 1971. So that means every hospital is mandated to hand everyone who delivers a baby within 2 hours the SS5 form to get the SSN. See, we gotta understand. See, people never had to use their Social Security card to get credit in the past 70s and 80s. It just came in the mail. Now that they did this, Biden wants to have a government credit agency and get rid of all the ones we have now because you're using his number. He wants to control it all. Let's see what hell that happens with two. He's like a dinosaur. All right, the reality is very simple. So let's understand the rules and tools. You ready to play? The biggest mistake you make is you don't pay attention. So let's look at the SS5 equals an SSN form, Social Security number. And that creates a 1040 tax return. That's what it's for. You only get one. Now that a bunch of dumb people use it for the credit purposes and dumb people follow them doing dumb, all right, they only get one chance before they screw it up. So let's understand. We, the people, oh, goody, which most people don't know what the hell that means anyway. Your SSN, remember what that's for. Your 1040 tax return. That means tax, and prove it when you're dead. So they reach in the grave and take that too. Did you know the time of death in the hospitals for the state and federal government had nothing to do with your family? Let's compare that to an SS4. All right, now I need you to put your hands like this. You ready to play? Now here we got SSN. That means every dollar you bring in is taxed. Hell, you get the leftover. Good luck with that. Over here, SS4, we don't pay tax till we're profitable. And that's the game to play. It doesn't matter what type of corporation you have today, because if they sue it, they sue you. You're a duck and a sheep. Your problem is you didn't dissect the SS4 form. Legal name of entity. That's a bank, grocery store, city. Oh, B of A has 5,000 bankruptcies so far. And basically Wells Fargo was getting indicted again for the 5th time this morning too. Wow. And then it says individual person. Can you see that right there? So if you learn to play and have the structure right today, you can get to where you want to go. But that's up to you. SS5 equals SSN 1040 tax return. And we got to look at this. SS4 equals 1120 tax return, known as the tax ID. So you never had to bring the pay home in the first place. I'm sorry, you followed stupid. It became something you did stupid. You're not stupid. You just did something stupid. Does that make sense? So they understand something today. Now, if you want to be a tax crook, go ahead. All right, I want to be a tax protester. Why don't you just go to prison like Wesley Snipes did for 3 years and $5 million fine? Because you're not just freaking go to jail and get the hell out of the way. Now, if you really want to play those stupid people over there protesting about tax, play in the system. The only way you win a game is to play by the rules. So let's understand something. If you go to irs.gov today and you download the 1244 form, you can file the tax return joining SSN, SS4, and you never almost pay no tax at all. So those dumb people didn't learn the rules, so they're basically going to go to prison while they could have played the game in the first place and win. Would you like to win? Let me know. So we got a choice. So the 1244 allows the SS5, SSN, SS4 to file one tax return and almost never pay tax. Isn't that fun? See, the bottom line is with the lack of knowledge is why people do stupid things. I don't think people are stupid. I think they follow stupid. But then I think half the people are lazy. All right, the bottom line is you got to be a little crazy and go get it. So let's understand something today. I want to show you why you want cash credit. Why? It's simple. Everything under the tax ID is a damn write-off. Hell, it's like free money. I mean, how are you going to finance a business? Really? You're going to get a raise? You're going to win the lottery? Or is someone going to hand you a bunch of free money? Hell no. The world's always against everybody, seems like. But if you get the corporate cash credit I build you, all you got to do is maintain a payment. And you can write it all off, even the payment too. Now, the next thing we're going to think about is this doesn't hurt our family. I'm for not bringing the damn pain home because I didn't have a family as a kid. I was too busy being used and abused by these shitheads. So I've had to fight every step of the way. Divisions are the line of defense. Do you realize a division is the one you're going to be able to sacrifice if something goes wrong? Right now, you've been sacrificing you because you've been playing with your SSN. Good luck with that. So we got choices. You could build your legacy for your family too. The United States of America Incorporated. They get 50 corporations. They call them states. States got corporations, they call it cities. Then they invented Chapter 9 bankruptcy under the Federal Protection Act. So they planned the problem like you didn't do for you. So they can bankrupt the shit out of 11 cities and stay in business and go right in front of you. You could do the same thing too if you play by the rules, as long as you have no intent to do fraud. So we, the people. Corporations are the corporations, the legal person, not the 14th Amendment Supreme Court. So we get to play. Stop bringing the pain home. Is that okay with you? So we get to play. Can you write down division to me? Come on, write it down now. See, here's the thing you have to understand. All right, we got the SS4. We look at line 1, entity or individual person. So a person's name, a corporation, a division or subsidiary can go on line 1. If you allow me, I can build you a corporate umbrella and $1 million of credit, if you allow me to. But that's up to you. So let's understand the division of me. You see, I like Lamborghinis. I had my first one at 14 and a half years old when an auction, because I made my first million at 14 and a half. Why didn't you? I drove mine to Lamborghini to Orange Coast College. Where'd you go? All right, see, this is the problem. So let's understand that Lamborghini worth $1 million. Here's the keys. $6,800 a month when I first got it. Damn, that's a lot of money. And here's my problem. If I buy the Lamborghini under me and I can't pay it, the creditor's going to give me shitty credit. That sucks. And then they're going to report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now I got a tax problem, and now I got double shitty credit. That sucks. If I buy it through the corporation and they sue the corp, they still sue me anyway. I'm a duck and a sheep. Well, that sucks. I created a division process for another reason too. I basically had bought the Lamborghini through a division. You see, I showed you SSN, SS4. Remember that? I guaranteed it as an SS4. So if I have no intent to defraud, because I don't, if I got a problem, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the 3-step I invented for me. Maybe you write it down for you. I'm going to disconnect, isolate, incorporate, and put that piece over here. So you've got to fight what you want while I'm maintaining my company, my family. And if I can't save it within 6 months under the Federal Protection Act, I'm allowed to bankrupt the hell out of it, throw the sucker away, and protect my corporation, my divisions, and pieces of my family too. Your problem is you like to be a sheep and a duck. Or you listen to these silly people going blah, blah, blah. All right, so let's understand the rules and tools. When you lease a building, it's a division process. In case it doesn't work out, you got to grow your business. Next thing is every piece of property you get needs to be a division because you don't know who's going to slip and fall and try to screw you up too. Make sure you got to think about it again. I know TikTok, Google, and YouTube and all the blah, blah, blah. Show me one that gives you friggin' steps and rules and tools besides blah, blah, blah. You see, I don't care what corp you got. When they sue the corp, they sue you. So you got to understand, the reason you want corp is how you receive money. You don't pay tax till you're profitable. And the next thing we have to look is the Fair Lending Act. 12 acts to master. One card can get 99 more. We can finance the hell out of the business and write it off too. And if a division screws up, guess what we get to do? Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. We get to play the way I play under the corporate umbrella. Will that be okay with you if you paid attention today? So write down, you're going to check the Secretary of State's website today. Write it down because I want you to do it later when we're done here. I want you to find your corp if you have one. You're going to find out you're the incorporator, you're on the officers list, or you're on the statement of information. And that means, and please, 87% use their home address. I hope you didn't do that too. If you did, that's called stupid. Why? You just added yourself to the national mailing list and the robocall list. Good for you. When I was a kid, they told me I was weird. And when they said basically put your ducks in a row, I asked them that too. They couldn't explain it to me, so I created it for them and for you. So here's the corp in 3 divisions. Is that okay? So if the corporation is sued, sorry, you're screwed up. That means you're a duck and a sheep, and that sucks. So if you ever want the line of defense, you have to master the division process. All right, the ultimate goal is going to be up to you. Now here's some goodies. Here's a $100 million building across the street, South Coast Plaza Mall. Here's that Lamborghini. Here's the key too. And that's one of the $5 million mansions. And here's a $1 million race boat. They all say the Ray Reynolds University.com. Wow. You know what happens? I obtained them. Why the hell didn't you? You see, you got a choice today. All right, let me repackage you so you get some goodies. You want to be the next corporate millionaire? You let me know. From here, if you let me add you to my credit system, we can get you up and way up to $1 million. Now, that's just one of my pool tables. You want to play? Simple. What's your goal today? We got a choice. Now, look at the calendar and look at the rest of the year. You're in your 3rd quarter. How many working days you have left? You're running out of time. So understand today, here's basically my schedule. You know what's really weird? My wife calls this my hobby. Because I was bored at 26, what, going to get fat, ugly, and die? I had to have play. So I'm $3,000 an hour, $25,000 a day to most companies. Here, you get all kinds of goodies for free. So write it down, follow through. 45 years in front of people or online. So understand, I need you to write down credit, loan, and money. Can you do that? Credit, loan, and money? I'll bet you had some money, all right, and you spent it and you pissed it away and then you broke the next day. So let's think about credit. If we take a Wells Fargo $100,000 card that comes with a checkbook, we write a check from Wells Fargo right back to Wells Fargo in our bank, and we reference 3 times 5. They will give us up to $1.5 million of a line of credit. Write down, borrowed money is not taxable. If you use borrowed money to buy a Wendy's, a franchise, an apartment complex, and you pay it back as borrowed money, there's never taxation. So the problem is if you let your business, your corporation do business, that's kind of dumb because you're the duck and the sheep. If you let the corporation do my way, financial freedom, this will build up $50,000 a month positive cash flow. Would that be okay if I teach you how to really do it right? If you can pay attention and turn these up today, now here's 100,000. I want you to understand something. If I add you to a card in our dashboard, and I got 10 million of history here to play with you, $100,000. That what happens is this: I basically make you an authorized user, you as a person, corporate your divisions. I repackage you, make you an authorized user. Once that happens, when I get you ready, I'll ask for separate billing. And they get you your own account off my account and my history too. Would that be okay if you paid attention today? So we could play. Maybe you want to do residual income. How about Section 8 to get paid even through pandemics? You got properties from $35,000 to $75,000 in 14 states. Brand new ones ready to go. So that's going to be up to you. Another way to create a cash flow. $50,000 positive cash flow. Next thing we have to play is I want you to look in the mirror today. I've been doing my mirror test since I was 2.5 years old. I have to put myself in check because I didn't get a mommy and a daddy. I just got a bunch of crap. So here I understand. What did you do yesterday towards your million? I'll bet you sit there going, have the same damn rerun. Why don't we think a little differently? How about the repo list for cars, boats, houses, apartment complex, duplex? How about probate? How about divorce list? How about bankruptcy? How about we sell products, vendor, and supply? If you allow me to rebuild you up to $1 million for the corp in each division and checkbook money and supply and vendor money too, we can have some fun. By the time you're done, you turn around, you're running about a $10 million company. See, the biggest problem I got is you. Get the hell out of your own way, please. What you need to do is understand, make your money making machine. So let's understand. Even if you got shitty credit, corp and divisions can sell products up to $100,000 to $1 million, vendor and supply credit. They usually don't pay a bill up to 90 days. The next thing we call this is OPM money, because I'm the original OPM. Isn't that fun? And I'll show you what I did for Dun & Bradstreet too. Get you up to $1 million. Is that all right? Then you sell products on Amazon and eBay. Here we go. So understand. Take a picture of this, please. Click. Come on. There's certain pages I'll say you take a picture. I got this sales team. Finally, I'm getting great bodies in the place. And costs up to $3,000 an hour. We got to make some money to pay for the honey. You've got to get one call with me. I want to talk to you live. Isn't that fun? I want you to go to my workshops, level 1, 2, 3, and specialty. Saturday, I got 10 classes from 6 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Based on what you invest, that's the bonus credit you get. But that price is only during the webinar. So take a picture of this. It's Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@racecredit.com, and you put RW and you basically out. The ultimate goal. Now, the bottom line is if you need to talk to a body, I got great bodies in the office. Ask for Crystal, ask for Karen, ask for Robert, ask for Lena, ask for Scott. He loves that part. It's 800-254-9506. The ultimate goal is to help you, help us too. Simple. I like goodies. You like goodies yet? I like goodies all the time. We have to have fun. I just show you all the goodies I obtained. Only a couple of them today, because we'd have to take a week or two to show you everything too. All right, the ultimate goal. Now me, see, I had no excuses. Neither do you. Every time I hear some idiot say white man can't jump, it's funny. I broke the record in 81, fastest kick, highest kick on the planet. There's me. Simple. By the way, white men do jump. Just stupid people say we don't. I kicked out the lights that night because the Guinness Book of Records guy kind of pissed me off. First thing came out of his fat mouth, "Where's the wires?" He should have introduced us, been nice. So I kicked out the lights. He ran out like a little freaking girl. Ah! He came back about an hour later. He says, "There's no wires. There's an aluminum building. No blank, Sherlock." See, no matter where you come from, you can accomplish your goal, no matter what you want to do. It's like when I was on That's Incredible 3 times. That was fun too. So let's play. Oh, there's my first Lamborghini, a Quintos Lamborghini. What did you get at 14 and out? You see, I don't hear no. Unfortunately, what happens is when you hear no, that person doesn't know how to do something. That person could be stupid, or they didn't get to million to billion, and you're asking a dummy what to do. Say thank you, walk away, and go look under the curtain, okay? Go look behind that curtain today. 1,000 steps to millionaire, certified CFO. Now the big zero. Sorry. Here's the thing about life. I'm watching all the people I've helped get rich and famous to million to billionaire. They're all talking about how their family and their kids have to go through hard times too. And they're not going to leave them anything. When I sit with Warren Buffett years ago, I told him $1 million in the irrevocable trust and everything to the corp, I'm going to give it away. All right. That's what he says even today. but he doesn't want to help. So let's understand. I want to change the direction of the United States of America. So they're wrong. They're wrong and I'm right. Okay? It's simple. See, a corporation lives forever. You can't. So we have to understand a couple things today. So I want you to plan that a corporation, if I work your tail off and we get to 50,000, 100,000 a month positive cash flow, I want you to train your family to take it over. See, you should build legacies so they don't have to work as hard because you work for them too. So the bottom line is they're all doing it wrong, I'm sorry to say. Now I need you to understand how what I call a real legacy. I need you to pay attention, turn these up today. I need you to think about your house. Houses have deed of trust, car has a pink slip. Now, I want you to understand irrevocable trust. So write it down. You need to do one of these no matter if you have a house or not. Next thing is UCC1, okay? In your house today or office, all those goodies you have, all right, you want someone to walk through when you're dead and look at it like it was nothing? Or do you want to tie it into a UCC1 and file it under the county recorder's office and turn it into a chattel mortgage? And then also connect it to the irrevocable trust. See, when I'm dead, I know where my goodies are going to go. The bottom line is you get to play. I want my children to take it over. Is that okay with you? So 3 things I live by. First, I have to plan the problem because there's always some shithead trying to take it away. All right, I say that aloud? Or turn in the bowl. We got to live, plan to live, got to plan to die. That's just as simple. The 3 plans you need to think about for you. So when I do things for you, and what I always want to do is give you up to 10 times the credit that you invest in a product. You see, I only do this because no one else on the planet does it. When you invest in something, they don't do diddly squat for you. Our key is communication. So if you invest $1,000, I might give you up to $10,000 of credit, 10 times your investment. Would that be okay if I basically take away your damn excuses? Because excuses don't put food on the table. I got a book coming out called Bullshit Doesn't Pay Your Bills. It's kind of direct. It's okay with you? Here's a corporation. Here's the visions. Bank of America got basically indicted and cited, well, 2 weeks ago for $100 million. Wells Fargo again this morning, and again and again. Even Chase got hacked last week, the whole day. So you got to understand how they play. They have a major company, and they have their parent company, and they have branches. These branches are called branch numbers, and branch numbers, they bankrupt pieces. So when they make a decision or a mistake, they just bankrupt the hell out of it and get a tax write-off. See, they're playing the game. Your problem is you don't learn to play. All right, all the banks do this too. And understand something like Sam's Club. Over 1,500 locations they bankrupt. Geico ran out of California because they're going to change the insurance rules over a year ago. And cities file bankruptcy too. So what should your goal be? Very simple. Number 1, stop bringing the damn pain home. Number 2, be a certified CFO. And from there, reprogram your brain into millionaire status. All right, because that's what you got to do. There's no accepting the word no. So let's learn to play. I started my first blueprint when I was 9.5 at the library. You know what I call it? See it, believe it, go get it. I want to take away all your excuses. And if you want to feel sorry for yourself, that's about 2 minutes or less. That's all you get. So my thought of the week for you is very simple. All right, stop treading water and playing it safe. If you can roll the dice as a division, no matter what happens, you don't bring the pain to the corporate or your family. So you get to really play. Now here's 5 things I want you to write down today. Number 1 is very simple, 750 credit score. From there, corporation and divisions. Then I want you to have cash credit up to $1 million. And I want you to have basically checkbook money per entity. And I want you to have up to $1 million of supply vendor credit. Did you write down the 5 things I need you to do? I'm going to do the work for you. Is that okay? Because I don't want you to screw it up anyway. All right? Because, sorry, half of you're lazy, the other half you're a little crazy, and you basically have that rerun of your life, which is kind of boring too. You need all these pieces. Is that okay? Now, let's draw the diagram in front of you. It's simple. Here's a corporation never doing business. It manages entities. This means we get to bankrupt each entity if we had to, with no intent to do fraud. This means I get to basically stop bringing the pain home. I can repackage you and put your ducks in a row. Will that be okay if I rebuild your life for you? All right, and treat you like you're 2 years old and get you to $1 million to billionaire? Let me know. Next year, I got a radio show and TV show coming up. I'm not going to be available as much as I am this year. So let's understand, rich and famous people. Do you know I incorporated 2 presidents of the United States of America, incorporated too? And I got to be one of their bodyguards too. Isn't that fun? You see, they kind of listen better than you. So what did you do to start your business? I bet you sat down with your friends and family at the kitchen table. And I hope somebody was smart to say, what if something goes wrong? And what did you do? You jacked up your credit cards, you dropped your score, you got stuck, hell, you can't get any more, and you can't write out diddly squat. Is that called stupid or what? Come on. Then you hocked your house too. Damn, how dumb can people be? Division process gets away from all of that too. So right down to today's date, let's project 90 working days. Let's go get the goodies. Let's get out of our own way. Now, I wrote Winning the Game of Business 45 years ago. Page 6 says cash flow for your time. I know some other ding dong wanted to use it too, but he didn't give you rules and tools. Now, the Bonaventure, I sold the Millionaire's Founders Kit for 32 years for $5,000 a set. It's a full way from A to Z to create $1 million corporation too. If you want a copy today, it's pretty simple. All right. When I was in that coma 14 years ago in 2009, there was a problem. I told my wife to do, and what she did while I was in the coma, she went to my location in Irvine Spectrum, One Technology Drive. Building's 22,000 square feet. I owned the building at the time too. 3 locations in other states. You know what she found? She found Ron stealing my inventory, my books and CDs. And then she called the police and didn't realize that was a second trip. Then Tom, or my IT guy, he sold my websites. Damn. And he sold my phone numbers too. They're finding out I'm in a coma, going to die, and they're selling my shit. That kind of sucks. So you know what happened? It took me 10 years to get the Ray Reynolds University website back. Never called the phone number. Tom sold it to a porn site. And then I don't want you to get caught calling the number. So understand. If you want a copy of the 12 books and CDs, they're free. All we want you to do is pay $99 shipping and handling. Is that okay? And that's all you got to do if you want the Millionaire's Founders Kit too. Here's your sell. Oh, the Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@racecutter.com. From there, if you want to call the office now, I got specialists waiting to take a phone call you. If they're too busy, then ask for Scott. Bottom line is we need to help you. 800-254-9506. We get to play. Starting a business and running one, oh hell. You don't know if your friends and family or the people around you are going to kick your assets or knock you off the cliff, or you're going to die. Good luck with that. Now for me, being used and abused as a kid sucks. So what did I have to do? I wake up every day since I was 2.5 years old at 2:25. If I waited till 2:30, the abuser would get me. So I get my ass out of bed every day at 2:25 since I was 2.5 years old. And I've always done something. I put myself in check. I went to my knees, said, thank you, Jesus, for another day today, like I do every day. And then I go look in the mirror. See, who the hell's going to put you in check? I'm going to put you in check. Is that okay? I put myself in check every damn morning. I got no excuse, but neither do you. I'll bet you listen to your friends and family, and I bet you they cloud your direction too. I think that kind of sucks, but that's up to you. You know what happened 14 years ago? It's very simple. I got put in a coma. Let's think. Come on. All right. I got 3 yachts in the backyard. I'm worth millions and billions of dollars. I met with people 6 days a week. My beautiful wife wants to take people on the one yacht to watch the fireworks based on the amount of people. We brought 78 people, so we used a smaller yacht. Was that okay? And I got to be in a coma the next day. That kind of sucks. My whole day was run. So I'm dead in a coma, and I can hear what's going on in the room. Kind of freaky. I heard my tax attorney trick my wife to sign a POA, power of attorney. He stole my life. The nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. They're going to rip out my heart and take it away. But the bottom line is Jesus gave me a choice to stay in peace or go back. I said go back. My wife's falling apart. What am I going to say? Now, understand, I want to take away your excuses because I went through everything you did and more, and I still got to million to billion. So understand, I got to move 24 times by the time I'm 11.5 years old. All those lovely, shitty people. All right, you understand something. I went to school in Watts, Torrance, Hawthorne, and all the good pieces. So I've been shot twice and not 6 times. So I got no excuse, but now neither do you. You can actually see it, believe it, go get it. If you let me rebuild your life and treat you like you're 2.5 years old and tell you what to do. Will that be okay? Because I believe I'm truly God's example for you. Now understand, I got a book coming out this year. It's called Jesus is Not a Drive-Thru. You understand that? Because being a Christian is a way of life, not a moment in time. So the ultimate goal, we got to learn to play. Now I got other books coming out too. I have this one called Love Longer. It says, bite your tongue, love longer. See, men, I watch men be stupid. I counsel them. I'm actually a pastor too. I tell them, shut up. Women don't want to hear you, blah, blah, blah. They're like a tape recorder. They're going to play it right back in your face. So if you want to yell and scream, do it outside because nobody gives a Shit. So you bite your tongue, you live longer. You live longer too, but that's up to you. Next, I got basically this other book called Fighting the Monster Within. We all got one. And the next thing is bullshit doesn't pay your bills. Well, it's true. Isn't it true too? And then Fighting the Pain, because you got to get through that too. Now, the goal is get you past go. I think you're stuck. I think you're doing the same damn rerun and you don't know how to get out of stock. So let's show you some Lamborghinis. Let's show you the Duffy in the Harbor, the mansions. Let's show you white men can jump and stupid people say we don't. More Lamborghinis. All right, race boats in the backyard, helicopters, U-Docks, yachts, and Ferraris. I call it Ray's Rules. Is that okay? Can we play with Ray's Rules and learn how to play? Real goodies too. See, I do my blueprint. What do I call it again? Did you write it down? See it, believe it, go get it. That's what you got to do. Now, understand credit repair. I can't believe this is really when people are really being stupid. They think credit repair has a friggin' magic wand. Mine doesn't work. Can I borrow your one magic wand? Credit repair is a fraud. Even the Federal Trade Commission says it every day. You can go on their website. It says they're not even allowed to collect money up front. So what are you supposed to do? Download a copy of 611. Section 611 will tell you what you need to do. Next thing is what I want you to do. If you have an open collection account, you got to kill it. There's 5 ways to do that too. So you want to understand, you can't rip off your creditor. You got to man up and woman up. So if you want a 750, be responsible. You negotiate an open collection account, all cards at 25, 29% rule, but 2, and then you do a rapid refresh. And what do you have now? A 750 score. Now you can sit there when I get you there and go, that's about it. Or you can learn the KISS method. KISS is called Keep It Simple Stupid. I don't think people are stupid. I think they follow stupid. So here's your first steps today. Is that okay? Understand how to play? Now Intuit Credit Karma. Intuit bought it December 3rd, 2020. There's still no phone number to help you. I'm hoping Eric, my IT manager, he can set up websites to be their competition and kick their assets too. The bottom line is we get to play. Now, the next thing we got to do is basically do analyzation. And that's going to be basically Scott in Arizona too. And basically Santos. We want to analyze everybody. We're getting ready to do it free for the whole world. Isn't that fun? So if I analyze you, you know what we get to do? I can tell you exactly what you need to do to get a 750 score in 90 working days. Would that be okay? So now on Saturday, it's very simple. 6 o'clock to 5 o'clock, 10 classes live. The one at 1:30 Pacific Standard Time, it's analyzation education. I'm going to call case numbers in rotation. And I'm going to tell you personally what I want you to do. Is that okay if you follow through? Now, here's the form nobody paid attention to. So understand, this is an SS5 form, name to be shown on card, full name at birth, other than above. So let's go ahead and understand. The SS5 form created the SSN to 1040 tax return. Had nothing to do with credit. And because dummies used it for credit, Biden's going to come up with a Federal Credit Bureau and throw everybody out to the curb. Hopefully he doesn't do it before he basically what? He's a dinosaur anyway. So let's understand. Look at your social security card. It's not even yours. So understand. It'll say do not laminate, don't carry with you. Don't use for ID purposes. And it says property of Social Administration, not you. Isn't that fun? You got your SSN for your 1040 tax return. That's all it was for. And the ultimate goal is how to learn to play. Now, years ago, you got your first job, didn't you? You thought the company ripped you off. Where's my money? And the job had to point out, the IRS gets their cut. You get the leftover and survive on that too. That's what makes us a duck and a sheep, because you didn't learn to play. Shame on you. We get to do the IRS and play the game and win. The ultimate go under the 1244. We can play and win starting today, and we don't almost pay no tax anymore anyway. Fun, if you paid attention. But that's up to you. Now you get one SSN. We're all ducks and sheep. Corporation gets one tax ID. And you know what happens when they sue the corp? They sue you. So I wish somebody would tell the truth besides me. The only thing you have to understand is corps and subsidiaries or corps and divisions, because that gives you a second chance. And that way you don't bring the pain home to the corp or your family. Is that okay if we protect our assets and not hurt our family anymore? I invented the process years ago. Maybe you'll pay attention today. I don't know why it took you so long to get here. The ultimate goal, we get to play my way, and you get to become a certified CFO. Now, I want to take your SSN. I want to rebuild you like Humpty Dumpty. I want you to be a CFO for the corp and the divisions. At the same time, I want you to get an SS4 and master that rule too, so you can have a double CFO and choose wisely too. Wow. And that way I can put your ducks in a row under the same damn corporation. Is that okay? See, I'm sorry, but the whole world's been wrong. They need to listen because they all keep bringing the damn pain home. And there's no reason to do that in the first place. I mean, I call that stupid. That's mean they're stupid. They just didn't pay attention. So there's that form SS5. Hey, why don't we compare the SS5, they got the SS in the 1040, to the SS4? You ready to play? See, here's your biggest problem with you. Oh, what do we got? Legal name of entity. That's a corporation, division, subsidiary. Banks and grocery stores. Your name could go on line 1. And the other thing you didn't pay attention on this piece of this too, the ultimate go is what it says on the form. Banking and credit purposes. Do you understand? All right, the SSN SS4, the only thing that can file bankruptcy is SSN SS4. The only thing your credit reports is SSN SS4. The only way to get something. So here, SS4, we don't pay tax till we're profitable, and we don't have to pay any, we get to pay the bills first. The IRS gets the leftover. We get to win by using their own damn rules. Not against them for us too. The only thing that gives you one chance for every entity. So your corporation only gets to do 4 things. That's all I want it to do. I want it to buffer tax. No taxes due to your profitable. I want to build your cash credit. You get to write it all off. I want a car at fleet price, and I want the free buffet at the hotel. That's what you get to do. From there, I want you to have the line of defense called divisions. Line of defense, they're cheap, multiple functions, buy at wholesale price. And from there, multiple credit reports. And when you want to do real estate, we separate liability. Wouldn't that be fun? If you learn that the division gives you the line of defense and we build a corporate umbrella for you and we get you the credit and finance your business because there's nowhere else you're going to get it anyway. I mean, come on, look at your age. As old as we are and old as you are, getting older, slower, you're not as pretty as you used to be. You tried everything and it didn't work. How about something that really works? Let me repackage you. Wouldn't that be a concept? Now, I'm going to guarantee what I say I can do. As long as you do what I tell you to do, you go to class, you don't follow anyone, and you pay attention and follow through. Would that be okay? If you violate, jack up a card, or you basically apply for credit and crash a wrapper rescore, I paid for the first one for you, I will charge you a fee or I'll just close your damn case. Pretty simple. Play by the rules. Past can't chase future. You got an open collection account, negotiate that sucker. From there, you got an IRS problem. They got a form too called 656 433 A and B. I told you I want to repackage your whole life if you allow me to. Step number 3. So understand today, there's that 750 waiting for you. All I got to do is analyze you. All I got to do is do a wrapper refresh and block all the crap and push the score up and away. Will that be okay with you? I invented rapid rescore and rapid scoring 39 years ago. Now, if you got to do and you do what I say I had to do and you follow through, you get a 750 score. Guaranteed. But you have to be part of the program. You can have no excuses, by the way. Now, here's a nice lady. She has no bad credit. She asked me, why do I have a 651 and I don't have bad credit? I said, why do you use half your cards? Well, my attorney, CPA, and banker told me to. You're listening to Dumb, Dumb, and Dumber. I did a wrapper rescore. There's no green lights here. Wrapper rescore, I created green lights. Then I got her an 801. Will that be okay? Now, here's a client, basically their husband and wife couple, and they got tricked by a bankruptcy attorney. Never file bankruptcy unless they're garnishing your wages tomorrow or they'll sell your house in court today. If not, I'll show you another way around that too. So I have to basically get them an unsecured card for $500. This couple, they got 11 collection accounts. They really screwed up. Here's $3,000 to negotiate your debt. You see, if I get to rebuild you and I do a rapid rescore and you go to class, our target's a $750. And from there, we're going to charge you $999. We're going to give you a $1,000 card back. Would that be okay? Now, during the broadcast, only during the broadcast, we have the ability to get it half price for $499, and the card becomes $500. All right, if you want to do it now, during the live broadcast with me, all you got to do is Zell. All right, Ultimate Go RW when you sell. If you need any help with that too, 800-254-9506. All right, ask for one of the specialists too. If they're not available, ask for Scott. He loves taking calls too. We got to understand you. Your biggest problem is you're on the mailing list. Rapper in here, you're getting all the robocalls. Here's the problem. You're probably a voter like I am. They sell that list 412 times a year. You got a cable bill. You got a corporation. Why don't you call 888-567-8688 and opt out for 5 years and get off the damn mailing list? Is that okay with you? Well, that's up to you. Step number 4. Now, from here, I want you to start planning the problem. I'll bet you allowed a friend and family member to basically rip you off and knock you down. You probably loaned some money too. See, when you give something away like that, they don't respect it. Free money's not respect. So the reality is they can't make, I'm sorry. Bottom line is, don't let people screw you over. You also spent thousands on crap that didn't work. So again, then to get out the cards again, we're going to basically have safety credit sticky in the back. We're going to write down the limit of the card, maintain 25% always, and never pass 29%. See, that'll create your line of defense. When I designed this for Yarborough years ago, finally they caught up. 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. So that sticky will give you the discipline you've been lacking all along. And then there's the next problem. You're going to have an excuse. I have to jack up my cards. Knock off the damn crap. I mean, I don't stand stupid. Jacking these up, no thank you. See, your problem is you didn't learn to play. You got to realize there are 2 cards that are like house and car. They never fluctuate your credit as long as you maintain a payment. They're the gold and platinum cards, by the way. So these cards, you can max the suckers out $1 million friggin' dollars as long as you maintain the payment. And your score never fluctuates again. You got it. Now you got some rules and tools. Don't screw it up. Now people lose their job, have an emergency all the time. What do? Simple. They run out of time. They run out of money. Then they jack up their cards in 42 days. They don't want to feel sorry for themselves and tell the whole world, feel sorry for me. I don't think anybody gives a shit, to be honest with you. But that's just my opinion. The bottom line, I understand something. If you need $5,000 now, go ask your friends and your family in the bank. You know why? They're going to say, no, we don't need it. Here's some more. So here's a car that costs, it's $5,000. The payment, if I max it out, is $50 a month. But the average person wastes $50 every other day. Now they can maintain a safety credit card with some discipline. No wonder they screwed up. Now they also say you waste $140 a week. That's $600 a month. If we take $50,000 off a corporate credit card, the payment is $612.26. What the average person is wasting, pissing away in a given month, they could have bought 2 pizzas during the pandemic using some common sense. You see, white men do jump just too, but people say we don't. Then Nixon took the gold standard out. Can you write down Ray's rules for me, please? Write down 100,000. Utilization 29%, 71,000 safety. From now on, I want you to listen. Okay? Corporation doesn't do business, it manages entities. The only thing that can be disconnect, I say incorporate, is a division. Because I don't want you hurting the corporate your family. Is that okay? I want you to have your cake and eat it too. I want you to play my way, Ray's rules, step number 7. The ultimate goal, become a certified CFO and never bring the pain home. Would that be okay with you? If you learn to play, that's going to be up to you today too. So here I am in a coma. I wish I could have jumped up and went boo and scared the hell out of them, but I was dead. Why don't you Google the address and find out I'm telling you the truth? You see, I've been in 2 comas in my life. One, I was crippled at 5.5. But Jesus said, get up. I got up and freaked them all out. Last one, I got to die and come back and help you. So the devil's trying to hold us back and knock us down, but God's delays aren't God's denials. So we could play while I repackage you like Humpty Dumpty. All right, get you on the right track. So what's a corporation again? Legal person may sue or be sued. Not here to give accounting and legal advice. Just want to tell you the facts in chapter 18. The lack of knowledge is why people do stupid things. Again, choice. A division gives you basically the line of defense. You can disconnect, isolate, incorporate. From there, if there's a client and you have a piece of property or something and they slip and fall, they want to sue and they want to screw you up too. A division also gives you cash and supply credit. I got a solution for the whole world if they pay attention. You know, the divisions create the line of defense and never bring the pain home. Isn't that goal good if we mailed the corporate umbrella too? So if you allow me to get the tax ID, I get to build credit reports. I get to add history and pop credit cash cards and line you up for checkbook money. Will that be okay if you let me do that for you? It's usually 9 divisions up to $1 million. It's usually 41 up to $5 million. So the ultimate goal, we get to play. Again, I want you to be warned and check out your corporation today. Find out I'm telling you the truth. Your name's on it. If they sue it, they sue you. If you use your home address, please change that to a mailbox, etc. The goal is to put your ducks in a row like I taught the grown-ups when I was a kid. Because right now, if they sue that corp, they sue you. And that kind of sucks. So the line of defense is division process. I invented in 85, 86. Now, I know some of us go through good and bad times. It's just typical. He lost his job, didn't do for the corporation, and go get a job through the corporation to make it work. I'm sorry. I had to basically, when I lost everything, I'm back out of the coma. I sold my wedding ring, my Rolex watch, my necklace, my bracelet. You know what I had to do? I had to have no excuses too. My family needed to eat. Corporations can build themselves in their cash credit. The ultimate goal. He didn't plan to live, plan to die, and everything else too. Every entity I designed is up to 250,000 of credit. This means up to 100,000 of cash card. All right, we basically multiply it. So we can build up to $1 million. That makes sense. And then we get checkbook money per division, which is $2.5 million. That's the only way you're getting money to start a business and running without bringing the pain home. You've been trying all your life. How's it done for you? So understand something. You need to master a daisy chain of credit. I invented that 213 ways to play that. So let's play. A division allows me today, I'm giving $10,000 of cash credit for every division. I want to build you a corporate umbrella. I want you to understand something. Each division with $10,000 of credit is $999. Today, if you got 3, that's $29.97. But the bottom line is right now, during this broadcast, if you do it through Zelle or call the office and talk to a specialist right away, you're getting $30,000 of credit for $19.99 in 3 divisions too, as long as it's Zelle. There's your Zelle. Bank transfer, deposit, or wire. And if you need to, again, call the office, 800-254-9506. Ask for a specialist, and they're not available. Ask for Scott. He loves taking the calls, too. So I like goodies. You like goodies yet? I want to show you a couple of goodies I obtained. You should have $1 million up to that of cash credit cards. You should have $5 million of checkbook money. There should be a real goal, by the way. The ultimate goal is making a money-making machine. When I basically did that 100,000 to $1 million of supply and vendor credit, they pay the bill up to 90 days, and that's OPM money. Dun & Bradstreet. And then you sell on Amazon and eBay. Simple to do. I got clients who do millions a year doing that way. Now, if I rebuild you here and build you up from credit here, the goal is from here, when I get to the corporate and the division process, let's get you a green card up to 100,000 times 9. Let's get you the B of A times 9. Let's get you Wells Fargo times 9. Let's get you basically Chase times 9. How about Gold times 9? That's only 5 cards up to $5 million. What about the other 5 cards too? Now we got to focus on checkbook money. You ready to play? Unsecured business line of credit up to $150,000. But you have a 2-year corporation. If you don't have that, you have to wait till next year. Here's the 5 my favorite ones. These are my 5 favorite. There's others do it as well too. It's called checkbook money. So the ultimate goal, per entity, you get checkbook money. You could actually build up to $5.4 million of checkbook money just for 3 divisions. But you have to pay attention. You got to play. You got to go to class. They're not following you up. And you got to follow through. What a concept to do. Now, remember, if you have to wait till next year, we do have a couple corporations left from last year. You can basically pay the file if you can qualify in your own state. That'll give you the 2 years if you want. During the broadcast, it's normally $9.99. During the broadcast, you get half price of $4.99. Very simple to do. It means you Zelle, you write down RW, or you call the office and talk to a specialist now. No excuse. When I'm done talking, you're paying $9.99. Got it so far? So I got specialty classes in rotation every Saturday at 8:30 in the morning. So this Saturday, we got real estate, having fun. You want to play with real estate? How to buy them through the corporation division process? I've been collecting properties since I was 17. I had 19 at 17. They asked, how'd you do that? They told me my loan to value was a problem. Can't get a number 20. You know what I did? I dumped them in divisions. I freed up my loan to value problem. Then I bought apartment complexes, storage units, franchises, all kinds of fun stuff doing real estate too. If you're not in the rotation, you're not in the specialty classes, they're $9.99 for 90 days. Or you have to pay $4.99 per class. Is that okay? Now this crap, you got to stop this crap. Jacking up cars, that makes no damn sense. You did it to yourself. It's like shooting yourself in the damn foot. I don't understand. Well, because when you got two cars that allow you to max them up to a friggin' $1,000,000, as long as you maintain a payment, then your score stays 750 and above. So you don't have to show it. You don't have to screw it up anymore. Now you get to learn to play. Now they always ask on every application for cash credit for corporation and divisions, you have to be a certified CFO. So again, what I want you to do, remember, borrow money is not taxable. Get your lifetime income. And the only thing that can screw up anymore is the division, not the corporate, not your family. See, that's having your cake and eat it too, raise rules. Will that be okay if you paid attention today, become a certified CFO, and never bring the damn pain home? Ultimate goal. Now, what if I gave you a check for $100,000 to $1,000,000? Sorry, you'd probably put it in your personal bank account. On the million, you only get to keep 375. If you put it in the corporation and division of you can keep it all, pay all the bills first, and pay the tax on the leftover. No leftover, no tax. Wow, is that how rich and famous people do it too? Probably too. The United States of America Incorporated. They've got 50 corps called states and cities. They invented Chapter 9 bankruptcy, Federal Protection Act. They bankrupt 11 cities, debts, and state and business in front of you. You could have did the same thing as long as you have no intent to do fraud. Your problem is you basically falling silly and stupid, and they end up doing something stupid. That's not the silly. You're not stupid, but the goal is you could play the same game too and never bring the damn pain home again. But it's up to you. All right, step number 9. So I'd like you to Google bankruptcy today. Could you do that for me? That way you look at SSN versus SS4. Do you anything file bankruptcy? Do you want you and your family to be the ducks and sheep the next time something goes wrong in your life, or a corp division subsidiary? Which one is going to be the duck? So let me add you to my credit system. I can build you up to $1 million of credit, as long as you go to class, not fall in your what, and pay attention and follow through. Here's a starter package. National average for a corporation through attorney this morning is $5,000. CPA $5,000. A corporation service is $1,799. Either way, you didn't learn diddly squat. Now, I'd like to rebuild your credit rapid score. I'll give you articles also tax ID for free. I've been doing that for 45 years. You get to go to my setup on level 1 every Wednesday, Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, the goal is simple today. If you spend $999 on to repackage your whole damn life, I'm going to hand you $5,000 of credit back. 5 times your money back. We're going to analyze you, add history, and start popping credit as soon as possible as you learn to be a certified CFO. But again, that opportunity is online. Now. Use Zelle, Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@raisecredit.com. From there, you have the ability to call the office at 800-254-9506. Ask for a specialist too. Ultimate goal, beat your doubt, run your race. In other words, please get the hell out of my way so I rebuild you. Because I think the way you do it sucks. Sorry to say, but it's true. Now understand how to play. So I got to get you past go. I think you're stuck. All right, mansions in the harbor, God's gift. Race boats and yachts. Always say the RayReynoldsUniversity.com too. Helicopters, Lamborghinis, and buildings. I'd like you to change your driver's license, please, to a mailbox, etc., or mailing address. Please. I don't want you using your home address anymore, but that's up to you. So as we play the game, now the next thing we have to do is look at your car. I'll bet you went to the car dealership and they sweat you for 5 hours, treating you like a sheep and a duck. Kind of sucks. You got up to 9 inquiries and you lost 10,000 plus. By the way, that's not how you buy a car. What you should do is fleet price, tax ID division. That way it's a full write-off all the way you go. Now here's our problem. Today, when you buy a house, not 2 people on the loan, that's kind of dumb. You don't want to create a loan value for 2 people. Okay, next, the car shouldn't be your car, it should be a division. So if you lose the house or car, either way or both, they report it. Your creditor now gives you a shitty credit, then they report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now you get an IRS problem, and now you got double shitty credit. That sucks. So the registered owner, because we have all these bloodsucker attorneys on TV, all saying a bumpity bump, getting money. You can't even watch social media without some ding dong saying, would you like a check of $100,000 too? Were you a passenger? Were you in the backseat? Were you in the trunk of the car? So protect your asset too. Plan the problem. So play. So let's understand today, every property you ever get should be a division. You have no idea who's going to slip and fall and sue you and screw you up. Your paycheck should be offset by anything else, like your house payment. Amazon didn't pay tax on the first 10 billion, and they're sure not paying tax on the number 2 trillion they're worth now today. See, they know how to play. There's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. Don't understand. He used and bought a line of credit. Bought Twitter in 24 hours, and it only took him 2 days to screw that up too. He's twiddly-dee and twiddly-dum, in my opinion too, but he's got a spaceship. So the other guys. So you could play the game too if you want to play, but the goal is up to you. You got to join the club and win the battle if you want to play step 15 today. So understand, run your life through a corporation or in conjunction. Again, that's step 16. So the next thing is pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. When a corporation has to pay tax, they didn't create a line of credit or didn't spend enough money. So the Lamborghini, let's understand, your paycheck today, you get the leftover. That's called taxable income when it's not. And then you pay the car payment, gas registration, insurance. I'd be yelling no right now. Why? Pretty simple. Because you could be driving a company car like I do and write it all off too. But that's up to you, step 17. I'd like you to go to irs.gov today. I would like you to get an SS4 form and find out it says banking and credit purpose. And I'm telling you the truth. It'll set you free. It's probably record anyway. So you don't have to be a duck and a sheep. You never had to in the first place. So everything to me is rules and tools. Understand that too? So here's Mama. She had to sign the SS5 form for the SSN for the baby. Within 2 hours, the baby was born. And then the baby goes home and take a nap, like they really needed at that time. But that's okay. It's like basically when you buy a house. It's escrow closed homestead trust. Or you got a house not in a trust, so when they sue you, they kind of screw you up. When you die, it's stuck in the probate. And your family got diddly squat. That kind of sucks too. Oh, you're going to hire a contractor to fix up the property. Oh, they hire the subcontractor that stand outside Home Depot. Good workers. But when they slip, fall, and cut corners, they sue you and screw you up. My way, they get diddly squat. You like diddly squat yet? I do. Why not? What about the irrevocable trust? We could play too. So basically, it's up to you if you want to play. Now let's understand something today. All right, if you want to be a crook and not do taxes and everything else like Wesley Snipes, you just go to prison for 3 years. You don't pass go, don't collect $200 and pay him $5 million. That was called stupid. Snipes and Wesley didn't listen to me. Oh well. So if you played that game, do yourself a favor, go to irs.gov. Download the form called 656 433 AB. Get your butt back in the system. You can't play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. It's not going to work. Step 20. Now you should be an OPM. Save up to 70% for everything you obtain. You don't pay a bill within 90 days. You take $200,000 of escrow and you leverage it to $15 million. You see, borrowed money is not taxable. We set up your line of defense. By the way, that's step 21. That's called blackjack. Hope you get the win. Isn't that fun? So as we play the game, now understand, boo-hoo. Well, no one gave a shit anyway. The bottom line is 2009, 14 years ago. Here's my building, 22,000 square foot. Irvine Spectrum, one technology job. I own the friggin' building. Got buildings in other states doing $1 million a day. But I came out of a coma and they stole my life and screwed it up too. What am I gonna do? Go home and go boo-hoo like most of you? Hell no. It's time to fight. Very simple. See it, believe it, go get it. I took out my blueprint. I took out my 5 closet divisions. Then I built another $1 million of credit. Why the hell would I stay down like you? Why are you staying down where you never had to in the first place? See, you got a choice. There's 1,000 steps to get to millionaire. If you want the Millionaire's Founders Kit, it's free today, as long as you Zelle over $99. Shipping and handling. There's your Zelle. Very simple to do. If you can't do it right away, you can't do it now. The bottom line is 800-254-9506. Call and ask for a specialist. No, they're not available. Ask for Scott. Now, I'm online 6 days a week. I got no excuses, neither do you. Ultimate goal, remember, credit, loan, money. How we leverage into money to get financial freedom. Up to $50,000 a month, past positive cash flow. But again, it's very simple today. The 4 steps. So today, if you let me add you to my corporation, to you, Corp Division, and I get history, I get you ready to do this, and I ask for separate billing, you'll get your own $100,000 card too. Now let's understand, normally it's 10%, what's $10,000. During this broadcast, it is $3,999. During this broadcast only. And your ultimate goal. From here, if you want an ultimate package, a phone call with me in 90 days of level 1, 2, and 3 in specialty classes, based on what you invest, that's the bonus credit you get. Simple to do. Take a picture of that too. Ultimate goal, corporations want a legal person. Divisions do what? You build your line of defense. Without a line of defense, you're bringing the pain home like you've been doing your whole life, and that sucks. 9 divisions, very simple, up to $1 million. 41 up to 5 million. And if I do divisions today, I'm adding 10,000 of cash credit to every division. All right, for the corporate umbrella. Each division is $9.99 with 10,000 of credit. Normally that would have been $29.97. Today, if you did it during this broadcast only, it's $19.99, and you get $30,000 of credit. It should have been $3,000 plus. It's a sell, now, or call and ask for a specialist right away. 800-254-9506. From there, what are you willing to lose? Family? I didn't have one. Okay, it sucks. The reality is, until I got a wife and 6 kids and 10 grandkids, didn't have family at all. Corporation, divisions. So I want you to understand something. If we play chess today, we lose pieces on both sides. The way I designed this is basically we both get checkmate. The ultimate goal, step 23. Is that okay? So it's to me, and I like putting Ray Reynolds University in a lot of things, marketing tool. Reach the dream. Plan the problem. Think to be the impossible. I've done it all my life. It's very simple to do. All right, I want to help you in the corporations divisions, train you to be a good CFO. I rebuild you. Is that okay? If I rebuild you like Humpty Dumpty, do it my way. See, it's like anything else. If you're going to get joint credit, that's just in the way. You buy a house, it's escrow, close, homestead, trust. A corporation, they're free. All 50 states, you pay a little filing fee. Don't spend thousands on diddly squat. You need your divisions for real estate, franchise, current business, and your line of defense. Ray's rules. I'm the only one on planet Earth that gives bonus cash credit. So you can basically take away your damn excuses and write it all off too. No more excuse. Because my program's for what the average person kind of wasted, pisses it away. I want to rebuild your life. Is that okay with you? If you pay attention today, start step 24. We get to play. But again, what do we get to do? There's that 750 waiting for you. If all you want is a 750 score, okay, let me analyze you. Let me do the rapid rescore. All right, very simple. Let me get you to a class. You don't fall in your wand. You pay attention to the rules and tools, and together we're going to sing Kumbaya, and we're going to charge you $9.99 and give you $1,000 card back to you. But during the broadcast, we're going to discount it to $4.99, and the card becomes $500. So that way you get your money back or I rebuild you anyway. Don't worry, nobody else does this on the planet besides me. Starter package, rebuild, rapid, articles free if you don't have them. Set up on level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, live with me. For $9.99, rebuild your life and you get 5,000 credit back. 5 times, hell, better than being in Vegas. What are we going to do? Simple. We're going to analyze you in 24 hours. We're going to add some history. We're going to basically do what? Start popping credit as soon as possible. And we're going to train you to be a certified CFO. Will that be okay if you paid attention and I tell you what to do? And as long as you follow through. There's that Zell again. If you need to, you can call the office, 800-254-9506. Ask for a specialist not available. Ask for Scott. Very simple to do. You see, if you want to give me referrals, no problem. I'll build more credit. If you want me to Zell you back 10%, I will do that as long as they sign up, they name your name that time. If they don't, they blew it for you. So I always give you an opportunity to email me their name and phone number. There's my email too. So you get credit for as well. So let's understand. Here's a corporation with entities my way. Banks, they bankrupt locations called branch numbers. Sam's Club did it, Geico did it, Cities did it, and your problem is you didn't learn to play because you follow a bunch of dummies too. So understand today, stop bringing the pain home. Become a certified CFO and reprogram your brain to millionaire status. Look behind the curtain, stop bringing the pain home. Stay safe and strong, do your best. While Jesus does the rest, amen to that too. At the end of the day, you got choices today. You can sit there going, all your life, what you've been doing, or you can let us rebuild you. You got a choice. What I offered, if it's not Zell now, you better call that office and get a hold of a specialist now. It's 800-254-9506. And if you don't, you're going to blow it. It's called now. 800-254-9506. Ask for a specialist right away. And always remember, we got to do our best while God does the rest. Amen to that too. And never forget, at the end of the day, God loves us all.